Yo, what up? So, you hit the like goal, and as promised, here's a showcase. So, this build is very simple. The whole point of it is to deal as much damage as possible. The more, the better. So, for stats, let's go over strength first. I went 30 strength for this build, for a very simple reason. I went for Nullifying Clarity for the 15% damage buff on enemies with stat effects on them. Lose Your Mind, which is a 20% damage buff when you're insane. The requirement for this talent is 30 strength and 30 fortitude. And most importantly, Ardor Scream, which reduces your enemy's defense, makes them take more damage, in return for your entire ether bar getting depleted. This is very, very important. This is what allows me to go beyond the damage cap. Really nice. But the only minus about this is that it takes away like 67% of my reservoir. Really not that fun. Then we have Fortitude. For the Fortitude talents, we have Condition Runner, Unfazed, and Lose Your Mind. And for Fortitude, I went on this build for 50 Fortitude for mainly three things. That being Lose Your Mind, as mentioned earlier, Unfazed, and also Reinforce. Reinforce buffs my damage by 10%. Lose Your Mind, like I said, it's 20% damage buff when you're insane. And Unfazed makes it so I do not shiver when I'm under effect of tier 1 insanity. This is very good combined with Lose Your Mind. You only get the maximum amount of damage bonus from Lose Your Mind when you're insane, aka tier 1 insanity. And the whole thing about tier 1 insanity is that you shiver. Unfazed removes that. The requirement for this talent in particular is 50 fortitude and 50 willpower. Really, really useful. Then, for agility. Agility, it's very simple. I went 25, I put 1 point into it accidentally while fighting Sharkos. I went 25 for Conditioned Runner, Light Speed Reflexes, Speed Demon, and Risky Moves. Risky Moves makes me so that I dodge the next attack after dodging the first one. Speed Demon procs 10% damage buff when I'm under the effect of a speed buff, and Conditioner just heals me when I'm below 75%. Very useful when you're fighting runners. I come across them very often. People get scared of this build. Then we have intelligence, and for the stat we have 40. I went 40 intelligence for overflowing dam. Nothing much really. This is just a 15% damage buff when you have a full ether bar. It's represented by the blue particles that emit from your weapon. That's when you know it's active. Willpower. So, willpower. Probably the most important thing about this build. For this build I went 50 and 56 in the endgame for extra damage on my Achilles ring. I took up an Oath, which is Blind Seer, for the move that Blind Seer offers, which is Mind Soothe. I just break my mind with it to trigger Lose Your Mind. But then, for the talents, Underdog, Last Resort, Charged Return. Next up, we have Charisma. Very simple. I went 25 for Charismatic Cast, Tough Love, and also Taunt, which is one of the more important parts of my build. It reduces their defense, which makes me deal more damage to them, but in return they deal more damage to me. And for the talents, like I mentioned earlier, Charismatic Cast to apply Charm when I hit them with mantras, or when they hit me because I have a lure, and also Tough Love weapon. So nothing much really. The most important part about this is to have one-handed training for the aerial stab, well, aerial attack, and also to get more and more damage on your weapon. In case you're wondering, my Enforcer's Axe's damage is 58, combined with my rings, which is Akira's ring and Dawnfist's ring. Oh, and the Great Axe is also 3-star damage, so keep that in mind. So, that's pretty much it actually. Also, I forgot to add, if you want to see the list of the full talents, so be it. Here we go. That's pretty much all of the build. I cannot really mention all that much about it anymore, but if you wanna, look at my...
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
Fucking cowards.